Well, today we're going to talk about some of the values of Great Expectations. That's an Am I stupid? That's a flip-flop. I wish I could just speak freely, as if that were not a shoe, but it is a shoe. Don't step on my face, please. This shoe knows me, and I know the marker. But time and time again, Yellow said to the shoe, "Let's form an outlet. Let's form a community." All of a sudden, Outlet met Frisbee, shoe and marker, went tally to tally tables on a game of Monopoly, and all of a sudden, all the friends were there, including pot and dish towels, and they created artwork. I know what you're thinking. This sounds bananas, paper towel, and water bottle. But in fact, it was much more than that. What we are looking at here is basically just water, because when we exist, it's all H2O, mainly. And that's what spirituality really is. It's more than avocado. I know what you're thinking. Avocado is like everything. That's my favorite. I know you think that, but time and time again we order out Chinese food. And when we order out Chinese food, excuse me, nine times out of 10 we flight the bay and we get dumplings. And after the dumplings comes, no, don't laugh at me, but it comes the dump. And after that happens, the paper towels become empty. This is typical for someone with your condition. Most, excuse me, most often people will brush their hair and then come back to hanging out with friends. As you can see, the koala and the rocks and the artwork really have a great time together on the white towel. This is known as a formula. This is known as life. This rock is a metaphor for the planet. All of a sudden, planets disappear, and we die. But that's not true, of course, because this is a fairy tale. That was a pillow, and that's a beach. It's not just a beach; it's ocean waves. Okay, that's a necklace. I'm really curious about things that many people find stupid. Like, I love wearing soft hats with necklaces. At the same time, I ponder, how do I tape this all together? How do I wrap it up? How do I breathe the fire? Um, Shut up is one way to answer that question, but another way to answer that question is by taking a deep breath and asking yourself, what's going on here? And I'll tell you, when I drew this picture, I took a closer look. I zoomed in a little farther, and all of a sudden, I was at a notebook, and I was clicking the binders of the rings together when I got this package in the mail, and it made me happy to realize that I'm not alone. I have 4 monkeys. Thank you for listening.